8 singers who left their band and became more successful. Not every spotlight was meant to be shared, and maybe out of artistic necessity, or band friction, or simply a desire to cash more checks, some artists must break away from their day gigs and have a solo turn in front of the mic. Justin Timberlake. Justin Timberlake has been in the spotlight since starring on the Mickey Mouse Club reboot at age 12. Now 39 years old, Timberlake has an impressive resume, 10 Grammys, multiple starring film roles, and a long career full of triumphs and iconic moments. Here's a look back at Timberlake's eventful life and biggest achievements. Former Mouseketeers Timberlake and J.C. Chasez were already writing songs and recording demos together when Chris Kirkpatrick came knocking to form a pop group. The boy band released their debut self-titled album in the US on March 24, 1998. Following a disappointing debut, it peaked at number 2 on the Billboard 200 after they performed on a Disney Channel concert special. Timberlake, 14 years old when the group formed and 17 when their debut album was released, was the youngest member by far. He took on lead vocals alongside Chasez and went on to shoulder much of the songwriting responsibilities at Summer. While promoting his solo music in November 2002, Timberlake told the New York Post that the band's break was a conscious move. He assured fans that it would not be permanent. "We all wanted to do it, and we were ready to do it," he said. "Performing at stadiums every night for 50,000 fans takes a little out of you. I was 14 when we started, and we've been touring for the last 7 years. The time was right. We were all in the same zone. This album is what I wanted to do." Timberlake later explained that he left the band because he was growing out of it. Being one of the world's best-selling music artists, Timberlake has sold over 32 million albums and 56 million singles globally throughout his solo career. Often regarded as a pop icon, Timberlake is the recipient of numerous awards and accolades, including 10 Grammy Awards, 4 Emmy Awards, 3 Brit Awards, 9 Billboard Music Awards, the Contemporary Icon Award by the Songwriters Hall of Fame, an honorary Doctor of Music degree from the Berklee College of Music, and the Michael Jackson Video Vanguard Award. According to Billboard in 2017, he is the best-performing male soloist in the history of the mainstream Top 40. Time magazine named him one of the 100 most influential people in the world in 2007 and 2013. His other ventures include record label Tenman Records, fashion label William Rast, and the restaurants Destino and Southern Hospitality. Camila Cabello. Carla Camila Cabello Estrabao, born March 3, 1997, is a Cuban-born American singer and songwriter. She rose as a member of the girl group Fifth Harmony, formed on the X Factor USA in 2012. While in Fifth Harmony, Cabello began to establish herself as a solo artist with the release of the collaborations I Know What You Did Last Summer with Shawn Mendes and Bad Things with Machine Gun Kelly, the latter reaching number 4 on the US Billboard Hot 100. After leaving the group in late 2016, Cabello released several other collaborations, including Hey Ma with Pitbull and J Balvin for the Fate of the Furious soundtrack 2017, and her debut solo single, Crying in the Club. Cabello's debut studio album, Camila 2018, reached number 1 on the Billboard 200 chart. Her album was extremely well received and received a platinum certification by the Recording Industry Association of America, RIAA. Its lead single, Havana, topped the charts in several countries including the US and UK, and the follow-up single, Never Be the Same, reached the top 10 in multiple countries. Cabello's 2019 duet with Mendes, Señorita, became her second single to top the Billboard Hot 100. Her second studio album, Romance 2019, peaked at number 3 on the Billboard 200 chart and number 1 in Canada. Cabello is set to star in an upcoming film adaptation of Cinderella 2021 for Sony Pictures. Cabello has won many awards throughout her career, including 2 Latin Grammy Awards, 5 American Music Awards, and 1 Billboard Music Award. She has also received 3 Grammy Award nominations. Beyonce. Beyonce Giselle Knowles-Carter, born September 4, 1981, is an American singer and actress. Born and raised in Houston, Texas, Beyonce performed in various singing and dancing competitions as a child. She rose to fame in the late 1990s as the lead singer of Destiny's Child, one of the best-selling girl groups of all time. Their hiatus saw the release of her first solo album, Dangerously in Love, 2003, which featured the US Billboard Hot 100 #1 singles Crazy in Love and Baby Boy. Following the 2006 disbandment of Destiny's Child, she released her second solo album, B-Day, which contained hit singles Irreplaceable and Beautiful Liar. Beyonce also starred in multiple films such as The Pink Panther 2006, Dreamgirls 2006, Obsessed 2009, and The Lion King 2019. I Am Sasha Fierce 2008 earned a record-setting 6 Grammy Awards in 2010. It spawned the successful singles If I Were a Boy, Single Ladies Put a Ring on It, and Halo. In 2010, Beyonce released her musically diverse fourth album, 4, in 2011. She later achieved universal acclaim for her sonically experimental visual albums, Beyonce 2013 and Lemonade 2016, the latter of which was the world's best-selling album of 2016 and the most acclaimed album of her career, exploring themes of infidelity and womanism. In 2018, she released Everything Is Love, a collaborative album with her husband, Jay-Z, as the Carters. As a featured artist, Beyonce topped the Billboard Hot 100 with the remixes of Perfect by Ed Sheeran in 2017 and Savage by Megan Thee Stallion in 2020. The same year, she released the musical film and visual album Black is King to widespread acclaim. Beyonce is one of the world's best-selling recording artists, having sold 118 million records worldwide. She is the first artist to debut at #1 on the Billboard 200 with their first 6 solo studio albums. Zayn Malik, March 25, 2015, the day that Tumblr nearly broke. On that day, the UK boy band One Direction released a statement letting the people know that Zayn Malik was leaving right in the middle of its tour, breaking the hearts of all the adoring teens. "My life with One Direction has been more than I could ever have imagined," he stated, "but after 5 years, I feel like it is now the right time for me to leave the band. I'd like to apologize to the fans if I've let anyone down, but I have to do what feels right in my heart. I'm leaving because I want to be a normal 22-year-old who can relax and have some private time out of the spotlight." Of course, that time didn't last for long, as less than a year later, he dropped his lead solo single, Pillow Talk, and ended up with a global chart topper on his hands. The rest of the boys put out one more album without him, but later on, every other member followed suit with solo projects of their own. Robbie Williams. In the early 90s, there was hardly a bigger boy band in the UK than Take That, a charismatic quintet that happened to contain a very strong pop songwriter in the form of Gary Barlow. Although the band released only 3 albums in the course of its first run, the hard partying lifestyle of Robbie Williams proved too much for the group. The band ultimatum telling him to sober up or get out was all he needed to leave the outfit, not to mention his jealousy over Barlow's success. As it turns out, Williams' solo career made him into one of the best-selling pop stars in UK history. Yet, in the mid-2000s, Take That reformed as a quartet and ended up serving up smashes that proved even bigger successes than during its heyday, all of this culminating in 2010's Progress, a rare record where Williams rejoined the lineup and the group was a quintet yet again. The reunion didn't last long, however, as both Williams and Jason Orange departed before the group's follow-up album, which was appropriately titled 3. Gwen Stefani. Gwen Renee Stefani, the American singer and songwriter, was a co-founder, lead vocalist, and the primary songwriter of the band No Doubt, whose singles include Just a Girl, Spiderwebs, and Don't Speak, from their 1995 breakthrough studio album Tragic Kingdom, as well as Hey Baby and It's My Life from later albums. During the band's hiatus, Stefani embarked on a solo pop career in 2004 by releasing her debut studio album Love, Angel, Music, Baby. The album was a critical and commercial success. It spawned 6 singles, including What Are You Waiting For?, Rich Girl, Hollaback Girl, and Cool. Hollaback Girl reached #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart while also becoming the first US download to sell 1 million copies. In 2006, Stefani released her second studio album, The Sweet Escape. Among the singles were Wind It Up and The Sweet Escape, which was #3 on the Billboard Hot 100 year-end chart of 2007. Her third solo album, This Is What the Truth Feels Like, 2016, was her first solo album to reach #1 on the Billboard 200 chart. Her fourth solo album and first full-length Christmas-themed album, You Make It Feel Like Christmas, was released in 2017 and charted 19 tracks on Billboard's Holiday Digital Song Sales Components chart in the United States. Gwen has released several singles with Blake Shelton, including Nobody But You 2020, which reached number 18 in the US. Stefani has won 3 Grammy Awards. As a solo artist, she has received an American Music Award, Brit Award, World Music Award, and 2 Billboard Music Awards. In 2003, she debuted her clothing line, Lamb, and expanded her collection with the 2005 Harajuku Lovers line, inspired by Japanese culture and fashion. During this time, Stefani performed and made public appearances with 4 backup dancers known as the Harajuku Girls. Billboard magazine ranked Stefani the 54th most successful artist and 37th most successful Hot 100 artist of the 2000 to 2009 decade. VH1 ranked her 13th on their 100 Greatest Women in Music list in 2012. Including her work with No Doubt, Stefani has sold more than 30 million albums worldwide. Ricky Martin. Ricky Martin got a taste of fame early, being just 10 when he joined the Latin boy band Menudo. After performing as the group's lead singer for 5 years, he left in 1991 to start his solo career. Ricky Martin's solo career. Martin crossed over into international borders when he recorded La Copa de la Vida, the Cup of Life, which became the official song of the FIFA World Cup in 1998. He became known to American audiences when he performed the song at the Grammy Awards, and went on to have a thriving music career in the US and around the world. He released his 10th studio album, A Quien Quiera Escuchar, in 2015. Martin released his latest single, Falta Amor, with Sebastian Yatra, in March 2020. In addition to his musical career, Martin has branched into acting with appearances on Broadway and TV, including the Ryan Murphy drama The Assassination of Gianni Versace, American Crime Story. He has also written an autobiography and a children's book. Michael Jackson. Michael Joseph Jackson, August 29, 1958 to June 25, 2009, was an American singer, songwriter, and dancer. Dubbed the King of Pop, he is regarded as one of the most significant cultural figures of the 20th century. He promoted complicated dance moves such as the moonwalk, to which he gave the name, and the robot. His sound and style have influenced artists of various genres and ages, and his contributions to music, dance, and fashion, along with his publicized personal life, made him a global figure in popular culture. The 8th child of the Jackson family, Jackson made his professional debut in 1964 with his elder brothers Jackie, Tito, Jermaine, and Marlon as a member of the Jackson 5. Jackson began his solo career in 1971 while at Motown Records and rose to solo stardom with his 1979 album Off the Wall during the peak of the disco era. By the early 1980s, Jackson was an intense figure in popular music. His music videos, including those for Beat It, Billie Jean, and Thriller from his 1982 album Thriller, are credited with breaking racial barriers and transforming the medium into an art form. He helped propel the success of MTV and continued to innovate with videos on the albums Bad, 1987, Dangerous, 1991, and His Story, Past, Present, and Future, Book 1, 1995. From the late 1980s, Jackson became a figure of controversy and speculation due to his changing appearance, relationships, behavior, and lifestyle. Jackson is the most awarded artist in the history of popular music and one of the best-selling music artists of all time, with estimated sales of over 350 million records worldwide. Thriller is the best-selling album of all time, while Bad was the first album to produce 5 Billboard Hot 100 #1 singles. Jackson had 13 Billboard Hot 100 #1 singles, more than any other male artist in the Hot 100 era. He received 15 Grammy Awards, 6 Brit Awards, a Golden Globe Award, and 39 Guinness World Records, including the most successful entertainer of all time. Jackson's inductions include the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame twice, the Vocal Group Hall of Fame, the Songwriters Hall of Fame, the Dance Hall of Fame, the only recording artist to be inducted, and the Rhythm and Blues Music Hall of Fame. In 2016, his estate earned $825 million, the highest yearly amount for a celebrity ever recorded by Forbes.